Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Oh, that was simple. Just pressing a button and allegedly I'm broadcasting live on YouTube. The funny thing is about broadcasting live on YouTube is that I have to actually broadcast, I think, in two different places. One in the desktop client that sends the image from the camera and the audio from the microphone to YouTube, and then on YouTube's back end, I have to press the start broadcasting button. At least I think it's a two-step process, but I'm not really sure, and I don't really want to experiment, at least with the TLDR episodes that we broadcast every weekday. Thank you for joining us. TLDR, short for the Locker Gnome Daily Report. Also short for Too Long Didn't Read. And I knew it was time because I just received a tweet from David DeFranco, and it says, it's that time of day. Chris Pirillo's TLDR is beginning, ... And if you did not already know, it's easy to find out when we broadcast because the TLDR episodes are scheduled probably a week out, or usually a week out or so, every Friday. And, I mean, we do it every weekday, but head over to youtube.com/LockerGnome. You'll see a nice, juicy link that says upcoming live events, and then you will know exactly when it's happening. So I can see things are broadcasting on my end. I can see that people are commenting. So it is allegedly live, theoretically. Now that I've said all that, maybe YouTube is not working well again. Let me go ahead and step through the rigmarole that I did yesterday, or the last time this happened, and I checked the YouTube link in a browser that I wasn't logged in on, and yeah, looks like it's broadcasting just fine. Okay, thank you. So some people are apparently having problems with Flash. No surprises there. I'm not a huge fan of Flash. Not necessarily just camera Flash, but also, Flash, the software used to, well, anymore, watch videos on just about any platform, unless, of course, it happens to be iOS, and we all know that Flash won't run on iOS. So I've got a jam-packed show for everybody today, if you would call it a show. I was talking to my dad earlier, and he said, I tell people you do a TV show online. I'm like, well, I guess it is a TV show of sorts. And so I'm very grateful that you could join us for this TV show. Thank you, by the way, for liking this video. It's easy to do when you're watching the video live. We always appreciate the likes, the shares, the tweets, the retweets. Oh, as a matter of fact, I need to tell everybody that we're broadcasting live. All right, so let me go over to Twitter and see the keyboard shortcut on twitter.com to start a new tweet is N. We're broadcasting live. Exclamation mark, if I can hit it. There we go. And we're going to tweet that out. Feel free to retweet that if you want. I'm at Chris Pirillo on Twitter. I'm also going to go ahead and put it on Facebook, the Facebook fan page, and coming close to 200,000 followers or circlers on Google+. We just a few thousand more, it seems. You could join us there. So I've now shared it on all of those social networks, wherever you happen to be following or sharing. Thank you for supporting our various endeavors. A few people say they're still not getting it. That's very odd. Hopefully YouTube will catch up by the time that... people are saying refresh. Of course, if you can't see the live video, that doesn't really help. So you notice the QR code in the video. We've got it now, I think, is going to be a permanent part of TLDR, not just the live version, but the episodes that we clip out. And the reason why is because I can get statistics of who is watching the video. So instead of asking, what country are you viewing from, I can use that QR code statistics, rich statistics, telling me that right now, 7 of you have scanned that QR code with a QR code scanning application for your smartphone, likely, potentially on the desktop. I use Scan for iOS. It's free and it's easy. And so 7 apparently from the United States, 5 people using mobile Safari, which would likely mean that you're on an iPhone, could be an iPad. Although platforms right now, Android is currently in the lead. So feel free to use your QR code scanner to scan the QR code and see where it, takes you, because that's usually what QR codes will do. They'll make it easier for you to get from point A to point B. Big shock, it takes you to lockergnome.com. But at least as the show rolls on, I'll know where you guys are watching from. So please play along. This is a live, dynamic thing. You could watch this video hopefully after YouTube encodes it and uploads it and whatnot. So I'm sipping my eggnog tea. Yes, they make eggnog tea. I don't put any cream in it. I just take it plain. I like it nice and simple. So with any luck, wow, some people are still saying that it's still not working. Well, I got to roll along with the show, guys, because we're 5 minutes into this thing, and everything on my end seems fine. So I wanted to tell you that I'm giving you a chance to get an application that was just released. So give me a second. Let me hit record. I am asked frequently what my favorite apps for the iPad or iPhone or iPod Touch happen to be, or even desktop apps. And I have a lot of favorite apps. And one of them has just released an update this morning. Percolator is now in version 2.0. And with Percolator, you can do things like that with your photos. So let me go ahead and show you how Percolator works. And if you want a copy of Percolator, you can buy it. Of course, go.tagjag.com/percolator. Or I've got a few complimentary codes that I'm going to give out to a handful of you. If you want your copy, a complimentary copy of Percolator, I will give it out to a handful of people. I think I've got 4 or 5 of them to give out. All you need to do to qualify is just tweet, I am going to try http://go.tagjag.com/percolator. You got to put that link in there, and it has to end up where the link is going to head. That would be the iTunes App Store, whatever Apple's calling it these days. And I will pick out a few of you at random, and then give you a few of you the code to redeem to get this for free. So let me go ahead and go to camera here. And okay, so I guess I'm using that camera. Let's see here. Where's that? Oh, there we go. Okay, did that work? Yeah, there we go. So now I got this funky little face here, and I'm going to use that. And what it's going to do now, this is going to bubble away the first version. By the way, Percolator is now a universal app. It used to just be available for the iPhone. Now it's available for the iPhone and the iPad natively. It's just one binary. And if you had the old version of Percolator, it will be updated to 2.0 at some point today. So now that same image has been percolated. So I'm all bubbly. And I can even tweak how much bubble I have on my face. Let's see here. So I can go with this style and brew it, and then it changes the color slightly, and I can continue to tweak it, and when I'm done, I can share it. Sorry about the reflection of the light there. I can share it on Twitter, Facebook. I can save it locally. It's kind of a fun little app. If you wanted to add some bubbly style to the photos that you take, at least on your iOS devices, Percolator is kind of fun. So again, I have a handful of codes to give away. We'll likely do it at some point today, so hopefully y'all are watching live, and if you're not, there may still be a chance to get this. Tweet or do a Facebook share or do a Google Plus share and include go.tagjag.com/percolator. That's all you got to do, and I'll be able to search for that. But make sure it's got an http:// in front of it so that people can click the link and go to wherever it happens to be sending them. So it's fun to do that with applications. Now, if you have an application that you have created or know of a really cool application, maybe we'll be able to give away some review codes for that to the rest of the community, because I can't imagine people not wanting a free application, potentially. Well, I can do that for some of you. I know there are a lot of free applications, but some developers, this developer, the guy who made Percolator, I think he actually quit his job that he had before and is doing this full time. So must be working quite well. I'm sure he's paying for more than just coffee these days, or at least I'd hope. Kind of a fun little thing. Who's watching in Australia? I'm not exactly sure. I can only see you on Google+. That's very interesting. So some people apparently are still having problems with viewing the embed. Percolator. I think Percolator, Percolater. Percolator. That's very strange. I'm sorry about the live broadcast not working properly on YouTube. I was able to see it just fine. But the embeds seem to be working okay. This is so strange. YouTube's got some issues they got to work through. I'd appreciate any amount of troubleshooting that you do. If you want to email me, chris@pirillo.com. I'll be sure to let YouTube know that this is the second time they've had this particular issue. The other time it resolved itself like minutes into the live broadcast. But I guess that's where we go from here. So I know that some people. I'm sorry, I've got to move on with the show. I can't keep troubleshooting it in the middle of it because by the time YouTube theoretically encodes this broadcast and then puts it out there for people to view after it's been live, this will be a lot of wasted breath. I'm going to go ahead and move along with the next segment, and that's something that has to do with the holiday. This one's kind of a fun one, and a giveaway too, by the way. When you get together with your family for the holidays, whatever holiday you happen to celebrate, inevitably someone's going to pull out a camera and probably take a picture of you. I'm sure that as you're growing up, or maybe as you're older, you have a few photos of yourself that are kind of embarrassing. And if you haven't, well, then your family either loves you or you don't take a lot of pictures of yourself, or you're always looking good. Me, I never take a good photo. I mean, I can take good photos, but on the other side of the lens, I'm much happier to be doing something with video rather than still images, because inevitably the still images people take of me turn out like, and I don't even mean to do that. So there's a giveaway that is currently happening right now, and we're doing this in conjunction with Acer. If you head over to the Locker Gnome link that I'm referring to, specifically how to make embarrassing holiday photos, we've written up a few things that you might do this holiday season to make an embarrassing photo if you didn't have one already. And this is being done in conjunction with a new website that Acer's put up. I don't know if it's temporarily, but it's certainly for the holiday season. They just launched it today. It's Acer's Funny Holiday Photo Creator at funnyholidayphotos.com. So this blog post that we wrote, I came up with a few ideas and we played around with them. Here's how you can make embarrassing holiday photos. One, wear a snowman sweater that it has last year's pit stains baked in. If you've got anything that has like yellow here, get rid of it, dude. It's disgusting. But you could wear it, and then when you're taking a photo, you can like put your arm around nothing or somebody or something, and just this yellow pit stain. That's embarrassing. Another thing you could do is forget to floss after dinner. You know, see a little bit of turkey sticking out there, or maybe some parsley on the other side. Be kind of fun. Another thing you might be willing to do is pose with a weapon in front of the Christmas tree. That's always, a fun thing. Like, you just got some scissors, and you're in front of why would you? Or a gun, hey, in front of it. That's kind of freaky, really. That's more for scaring people than it is to say, hey, Merry Christmas, bang, get out. So another thing you could do if you want to make an embarrassing holiday photo is don't act like you're surprised when you get a crappy gift. So if you're opening a gift and you see, oh, it's an iPhone case, but I don't have an iPhone. And if you have that, and then someone takes a picture of like that face, like that's what's going to live on, and then you'll be known as the Grumpy Gus, for years to come. Oh, remember that time that you opened that crappy gift and it looked like you weren't happy? Oh, it's an iPhone. And if you do that and they snap it, then you look happy, genuinely surprised, even if it's something you don't want. So a way to make it embarrassing is just always look like this. Another thing you can do, speaking of smartphones, is always walk around doing this. Even if you're not doing anything, just always have your face buried in a phone or a tablet. And that'd be kind of embarrassing, because then you'd look like an antisocial person. More antisocial than you are, I guess, any other time. It's a possibility. I'm assuming you have a smartphone or a phone of some kind, or maybe even a tablet computer. Either way, keep your face buried in the screen. That's all the photos will come out like that. Another thing I thought of, as you're walking into the house, or if it's your own house, if you've got a wreath outside, take the wreath off the hook and put it around your neck. All the photos you're in will just look festive. Another thing you might do here that we had brainstormed is, before the picture is taken, tell all the kids in the room that grandma just got run over by a reindeer. Then they'll all be like, in the photo, kind of funny. And then you can make fun of them when the photo comes out. Look at that. That's when we told them that grandma was dead. Sorry, not to offend any. My grandmothers are unfortunately no longer with us, and I think they would think that was funny. I would hope. Another thing you could do with the wrapping paper that is strewn about the floor, potentially in the garbage, is just take out some of it and put it on your head. Forget just putting a bow on your head. Everybody does that. Put the wrapping paper on your head. That would be crazy and embarrassing. Another thing you could possibly do to create an embarrassing holiday photo is give bunny ears to yourself. mean, someone's got to do it, right? Might as well be you, but do it to yourself, because that's another thing you might consider doing is, you know how with most digital cameras, there's two flashes. There's the red eye flash, and then there's the flash for the picture to help reduce red eye. The first one fires. The thing you could do is, in between the first flash and the second flash, is turn to the person next to you and sneer, like you're going to, something like that. And then it would look funny, because in the picture, like, whoa, what was up with that? You don't know. It would be funny and embarrassing. So the giveaway part of this, if you go to this website that, as I said, Acer is put up in conjunction with this article, funnyholidayphotos.com, put your own face in the holiday photo, and then take that photo, go over to lockergnome.net, this is important, and make a post saying my funny, you can title it something, my funny holiday photo, or my things that I do over the holidays, or something like that. Make sure your image that you created, this wacky, funny image on that website, is embedded right there on the lockergnome.net post. And then the one, out of all of you who do this, because it's free for you to do, the one who gets the most amount of upvotes for the article on lockergnome.net will, I believe, get a computer from Acer. It's kind of nice. How's that for a holiday gift? That should make you happy. I can't imagine that being embarrassing for anybody, to do that. So again, we'll have the full instructions for you on that blog post, and if it's not there already. Pretty easy to do. It's fun, and hopefully everybody's in the. It brings everybody into the holiday spirit. We shall see, though, how or who makes the most embarrassing photo from that website, and then embeds it on the lockergnome.net site for us to upvote. And whoever's got the most amount of upvotes, they get it. That's I guess how it kind of works. So happy holidays. Had issues trying to stop the recording. Boy, the YouTube stuff is still not. How do you get there? Can you post a link, please? Asks Rockstar Dynamite. Yeah, it's already in the show notes, dude. Click the link. It's already there. Or at least at the time that wherever I don't know where people are watching this video. It may be somewhere else, but either way, the link, of course, is on lockergnome.com. How can you get to lockergnome.com? You can Google it. You type it in your web browser window. You can take a picture of this particular QR code in your QR code scanner, and it'll bop you over there. And it's right there at the top of the site right now. It's crazy. Crazy easy. Crazy fun. So let's go ahead and move on down the list. To Twitter, he means. I'm not sure if I meant Twitter. I did not mean Twitter. When is the YouTube app going to be updated? I have no idea. Chris, I'm ordering you the minifigs. Oh, thank you, Noi Hillel. I appreciate that. It's like, I'm getting all these minifigs. I'm not all these. I think I've got like 2 or 3 in the mail. But it's kind of nice. It's fun to say that, my community, gave me these things in return for giving them free videos. Robert Glenn Fogarty, article is cool. Yes, damn lion, it autocorrects you. Bop you over there. Watching it from your Facebook embed, says Brandon Neo. It still doesn't work, says Terra Nuva Production. You could scream at YouTube, but honestly, I have no control over it. It's working, and I can't do anything else beyond broadcast. That's where my responsibility begins and ends. But we're happy to do it. YouTube, it's not perfect, but it works at least well enough. Watching on for my Xbox, Latin Legacy? Really? Really? Take a picture of that. I'd like to see me being broadcast through an Xbox. I didn't even think that was possible. How many are watching from an iPod, asks Rye Sliv. Let's see here. Let's take a look at those stats from the people who have snapped the QR code. It looks like there are just as many people watching or using an Android device as there are iPhone users today, according to the live statistics. And most of you are in the United States. 5 of you are in Canada. 1 in Australia, 1 in Belgium, and 1 in the UK, at least at the time of the live broadcast. Kind of fun. All right, so we've talked about already some bit of iOS fun. But let's talk about some iOS functionality, shall we? Please, I'd like to. It'd be nice. Give me a second. I carry my scanner with me everywhere, and it's really not that bulky. You'd be surprised. Scanners are getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. This is my scanner, my smartphone. Doesn't matter what platform you choose. If you have a smartphone, I can guarantee there is some type of scanning application that you could get that's available in your designated app store. Now, the one that I happen to use most frequently for scanning documents or potentially receipts is JotNot. There's a free version. I use the pro version because I use it all the time. And all I need to do is hover over some kind of document, and then I press the scan button, and then basically take a picture. And then it'll go through, and it'll autocorrect the perspective. It will ask me if I want to optimize it as a black and white document, which I do. And it worked well with the iPhone 4, works even better with a high-resolution camera on the iPhone 4S. I have a scanner in my home office. You might remember a while ago, it was a few months, I talked about the Epson scanner printer all-in-one unit that I have. And I don't use the scanner as much there as I do using the scanner on the phone, because I always have the phone on me, and inevitably when I need to take a scan of something, I just take a picture. Granted, you could use the default camera app, that's fine. The value of using a scanner application that's dedicated for document scanning is that it's going to give you features that may not be available in the default camera app on your phone. We talk a lot about going paperless, and if you don't want to use your phone as a scanner, that's fine. It's your prerogative, right? I mean, you could do it, and the feature's there. You just need to unlock it, really. We've written an article about going paperless with a desktop scanner, specifically Canon's DR-C125. It's a desktop scanner, so it's big, but you can't always have it on you. A lot of people, though, want to have that piece of hardware sitting right there that they can send documents through. It's really easy. And now, instead of scanning and going to just the desktop, you could scan and go directly to a cloud-based service. So you could use something like this, which, I mean, is as fast as your phone is going to be, or as good as the application that you get might be. Or you can go with a desktop scanner and forget about paper. I mean, it's really frustrating, honestly, anymore. When I have to deal with paper, it makes me mad. Someone gives me a paper receipt, I'm like, ugh! Because then I've got to take it and make sure it's recorded and categorized and everything. I'm like, dude, just send me an email receipt. That would be awesome, because then I can categorize it and I don't have to worry about it. I wish that we lived in a day and age where we did not have to deal with paper, when paper doesn't have to be dealt with. Honestly. I mean, how much time have I wasted, going to, let's say, a post office and sending a package, and they give me a tracking number, and then I have to take that tracking number, and then if I want to track it, I got to type it in and key it in. I was like, why couldn't I just copy and paste it somewhere? It would just be so much easier, save so much time if we didn't have to deal with paper as much as we do. So consider using some kind of scanner to eliminate paper, and instead of just saving locally, think about using a scanner like the one that we've reviewed, the Canon DR-C125, that will help you scan directly to the cloud from the desktop. It's kind of fun. Chris, what do you think of Microsoft on how they're taking Metro onto PCs and the Xbox? I would love to know how Metro would work with a keyboard and mouse. Oh, my name is pronounced Brandinio, here from the UK. What do I think about Microsoft on how they're taking Metro onto PCs? Metro is really optimized for a touch experience. It doesn't really work that well with keyboard and mouse. Although on the Xbox, I think it works pretty nicely as well. It's finally a unified interface. Actually, Metro is a interface I've always appreciated from Microsoft. From the first time I saw it, I thought it was honestly beautiful. And maybe that's just me. All right. This is more like a chat box, if you ask me. It says Narnia0100. That's true. Chris, how much downloading usage does this live stream use in an hour in megabytes? I have no idea. Scooter12? Scooter Rooter. Your usernames, guys, I just can't read half of them. It's crazy. Actually, I think I'm going to answer Brandino. Ah, damn it. Let me try it. I'm going to answer that question in a separate video. Give me a second. As we were broadcasting this video live on YouTube, I was reading the chat box as the comments were flying by, and Brandinio asked a question. What do you think of Microsoft on how they're taking Metro onto PCs and the Xbox? I would love to know how Metro would work with a keyboard and a mouse. Oh, and my name is pronounced Brandini. All the way, I think, from the UK. And thank you for asking this question. The first time I saw the Metro interface, I liked it. I fell in love with it. You might remember the Facebook app that I talked about. It's in a video. It was well over a year ago, and they used Metro on Silverlight, which allowed me to access Facebook through a completely different interface than Facebook.com, and it was fun. So now they're bringing it, of course, to Xbox and with Windows 8. Metro wasn't designed with a keyboard and a mouse in mind. In fact, it's a little frustrating unless you can use touch, and then Metro flies. I think, though, that Metro works just as well with the Xbox, even though Xbox isn't touch. It's a simplified interface, and you really have to think about what you're doing, and the interface makes it simple for you to get to where you want to be. So I mentioned this in a live video the other day. There's a new universal app from Microsoft, Xbox Live, and I'm logging in here. I got to be careful because I don't want to share my username, because every time I do, everybody and their grandmother adds me as a friend, and I just can't do that. And so now they've effectively brought the Metro experience to iOS. So if you always wanted to know what what Metro might look like on iOS, they've got this free application. It's a universal application, by the way. And with this, I can see all my friends' statuses, the games they played. I don't want to zoom in close because, again, I don't want to violate anybody's privacy. And this is kind of fun. And I hope that based on this, more people at Microsoft will develop apps for not just iOS, but Android as well. Now think about that. They got Windows Phone 7 that they're going, to start, really doing better than they had done in years past. And you'd think that they'd be concentrating their firepower on that. But like when I reviewed the Bing app, I said it's one of the best news applications for the iPad ever. They just released yesterday or the day before OneNote for the iPad. Even though they had OneNote available for the iPhone, now they have a native binary. Let me see if I've got that one installed on here yet. I know I downloaded it from the App Store, but I haven't done any syncing since doing that yesterday. And they just released Connectimals for the iPad as well. I think that one isn't free. The other ones are. But Microsoft is releasing more and more applications for iOS. And the thing is, Metro works really well, as I said, with that touch experience. And I think the Xbox Live application, I think it's called My Xbox Live, on the iPhone and the iPad, works exceedingly well. Honestly. So if you have a touch experience and you have a chance to use Metro, I think you will be very, very happy. But using Metro with a keyboard and mouse, I think it's a little frustrating. Either way, good on Microsoft for embracing alternative platforms and getting their software out there. After all, I mean, isn't that, part of the company, software? Who cares where they sell it? Or, give it out for free. Okay. 5 low-tech gifts for geeks. All right. Okie dokie. People have said that I'm really difficult to buy for, which I don't understand. I mean, I have that Amazon wish list. Most of it, of course, is filled with Lego minifigs, because honestly, if it has to do with technology, if I need to get it, I'll get it. Either I'll get a review unit, I'll buy something. I don't really need a lot of extra tech around here, by and large. So we've brainstormed 5 different low-tech gifts for geeks. You may agree with this list, you may not. I am going to be asking for the help of you, the audience, whether you're watching this video live as we broadcast it on YouTube, or you're watching it after we've recorded it as a separate video. What kind of stocking stuffers, as a geek, are you hoping to have, or would you encourage people to get for other geeks. Now let's set aside batteries or flash drives. It's pointless. It's something that's fun, potentially, and geeky in general. Some of the ideas that we came up with, specifically with this blog post on lockergnome.com, buckyballs. I don't know if you've seen these little magnets, and they're fun to kind of configure into different shapes. Magnets kind of freak me out, though. I mean, I don't think I really have a lot of devices around here that can be affected by magnets as much as I used to. But having magnets around, I don't know, maybe it's the plate in my head. I don't have a plate in my head. Just kidding. To anybody who has a plate in their head. Although, would buckyballs stick to your head? It'd be kind of cool. Okay, so moving along, some other people are looking for Portal 2 warning sign coasters. If you liked Portal at all, no. Well, the cake was a lie. Just so you know, just telling you right now. I've found that anything that glows generally will make a geek happy. If it glows, anything. Glows in the dark, glows on its own, has LEDs inside. And one of our resident nerds, Matt Ryan, would want something that is apparently a critical hit LED D20 die. So it's apparently for role-playing, if you're into RPGs. But it glows. Anything. Honestly, I have glowing coasters. I kid you not. I use these all the time when I have guests over. Give me a second. I should have grabbed this earlier, but that's okay. And when you put pressure on these, okay, when the battery's dead, there you go. When you put pressure on it, it illuminates. I think I did a video review on this a while ago. So when the glass is sitting on top of it, this happens. Kind of neat. Anything that glows, I think, is generally a good thing for geeks. Another thing that people have been asking for, and I don't really know why, what the big deal is, a titanium spork. What's the deal with sporks? Why are sporks geeky? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Let's see. We got some suggestions from the live chat feed on YouTube. Star Wars hoodies, says Colorado Geek Boy. That is a good possibility. I probably should have worn mine today. Glow-in-the-dark keyboard, a good suggestion. Mattress 007 says glow-in-the-dark paint. You can do so many things with it. That's true. I've actually thought about painting one wall glow-in-the-dark color. Well, you can't glow-in-the-dark color. I mean, so when the light in it glows, you know, they do that. They make that type of paint. You can get it. Let's see here. What is the best OS for geeks? That's not really a great question. It doesn't fit what we're talking about right now. The question sucks, by the way, because that doesn't even make any sense. Because everybody chooses something different. What's right for you is not right for everybody. I would buy batteries for Christmas. Says it's Jam 3S. Jam is. I don't know what that means. Anything think geek. Fair enough. Minifigs says intronets. I agree with that, but that's just me. Wi-Fi Finder baseball cap says Ota Satenshi. Ota Satenshi? Something like that. Good suggestions for what might be good to receive as a low-tech gift. Not like a high-tech gift would be considered something like over $100. Like thinking somewhere in the $20 range. $10, $5 range. That's really what we're talking about when we say low tech. Because if it's high tech, it ain't gonna cost $20. Don't buy anything that says high tech and it's like $2. If you buy it at the dollar store, it may be good, may not be good, but expect that it's probably going to fall apart at some point. Then again, what doesn't? Any other low tech gift suggestions? Feel free to comment on the blog article that we shared with you through lockergnome.com, or of course leave a comment here on YouTube or wherever you happen to be watching this video. Super high-powered TV Begone. So fun to build and sell, says Mitch and Garrett Films. Chris's mug that changes color with heat. Amen. Anything that comes from Encom, says Mike941. I want a Tix clock. One of those things. A set of cheap earphones. Well, what's the point of that? Unless you really, really need it. I don't know. I guess maybe I get devices so frequently that have earphones and I never use them. It's just me. Thank you, by the way, for everybody who's watching this video, liking the video. I'm not exactly sure what's up with the 13 dislikes other than YouTube screwing up and not broadcasting properly. I have no ideas what's going on with that, but I hope that they'll be able to troubleshoot that problem after this has been recorded and encoded. So let's roll along here. We have a tradition, and I don't know if you knew about this, if you just joined our community. On New Year's Eve, I broadcast live. Now, that's usually through live.perillo.com, another camera that I have set up across from my home office. And we actually, the funny thing is, I've had that stream muted for a while because I'd been listening to Christmas music, and I don't have the rights to rebroadcast the music. That's the reason why live.perillo.com is muted, even on New Year's. So let me go ahead and unmute the live video feed at live.perillo.com. They'll appreciate it. I think they'll be surprised because now you can watch me live in two places, YouTube and live.perillo.com. So New Year's is a fun time. We come up with something to do. Usually I act silly. I become subservient Chris. I'm not sure what we're going to do with that this year. It may just be me doing crazy things for gift certificates, gift cards, or something along those lines. But stay tuned because New Year's Eve is always fun. New Year's is a time where we can all reflect on what we did that previous year. Oh, Wicket's been a bad puppy. Wicket! Can you guys hear him? All right, let's try this again. I don't know what I'll be doing for New Year's Day, but New Year's Eve, I said it before, we'll be streaming live at live.perillo.com or YouTube, one of the two. I haven't figured out what my New Year's resolution is. I mean, yes, the joke, 1024 by 768, haha, New Year, it's a but one of the things that we've been thinking of at lockergnome.com is how people can stay better organized in the new year. And you don't have to wait until January 1st to implement some of the ideas that we outlined in the blog article, 5 apps to help you get organized for the new year. It's available right now at LockerGnome. And some of them you may have heard about before, others not so much. We've talked about a few of them in the past. And what it boils down to is taking advantage of things you already have access to. And that's always the bottom line for me. We all organize ourselves differently, whether we use something like Evernote, something like LastPass, or 1Password to manage passwords. If we use a financial monitoring application or tool like Mint, or if we use things like Evernote to organize notes. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. And we all find things that work for us. But saying that you can't find the right tool, well, have you looked? Did you realize how many applications are probably available for your smartphone or your tablet computer today? There's a lot. And even if you don't have either of those two things, the internet connection that you currently use gets you access to the internet. So there are so many websites out there, and so many of them offering services that don't really cost you anything, or could save you so much time that they're worth paying for. If you are not taking the time to better yourself every year, what are you doing? Honestly, if you look at your life, and it is exactly the same this New Year as it was last New Year's, there's something wrong. I mean, part of the human condition is to want to better yourself. Well, at least a part of my human condition. I want to be a better person. And part of that is looking for better ways of doing things that I had been used to doing in other ways. I stay organized, in my own methodology. I use my email. That's everything to me. All my emails are stored there. My inbox is my task list. I make sure I stay on top of things. It's not perfect. It's not the best tool for everything, but it does work. When I need to organize documents, I use something like Johnny Boy Live just suggests in the YouTube live feed. I use Evernote and Google Docs to organize myself. Google Docs is amazing. Evernote is amazing. If you are not looking around you and taking advantage of things that you don't get anything, don't. I'm trying to think of how to say this the right way, if there is a right way. Don't stretch yourself too far. I mean, growth comes over time. Step by step, bit by bit. If you have an internet connection, look for internet oriented resources, or I guess internet-based resources. If you have a smartphone, look for resources. This isn't just a gaming device, by the way. I don't think did you know that? Smartphone, this is a freaking computer. And I've said that before. Use it as such. There's so many things that you could be taking advantage, and it's either going to cost you no money or very little money to change your life in a good way. Think of all the frustrations you've had over the past year and what you wish you could change. I wish I could do X, Y, and Z. And then out of that, you could put it out onto social media, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Google+, and people may offer suggestions. Well, I see you're having that problem. What about using this? You're not the only one who has problems and shortcomings and issues. We all do. And looking to better ourselves, I don't know. I think New Year's is a good time to reflect upon that. Write notes on paper, says the S Davies 93. I do that as well. I keep yellow stickies in a drawer, and I use Post-it notes, and I realize that's a brand, yellow stickies, to remind myself of something, and I use it because they annoy me. So I have them there to annoy me so that I'll get it done because I don't want to be annoyed by them anymore. You have to organize your thoughts on organizing your stuff, says Effin Dunn Studios. Yeah, thanks for that. Maybe that's what I need to work on next time. Hopefully everybody's organized. We shall see. Used to be a day where when you were writing software, you would have it stored locally on one computer. Nowadays, you can upload your code to the web, and some people, you might have heard, have uploaded their code to be shared with other people. And there are also some instances where you have more than one person working on the same code, the same document, if you will. So there needed to be some kind of system that made it easier for, let's say, two programmers to work on the same code base at the same time and not clobber each other. So this type of system, has evolved over time. This ability to collaborate on programming, and before too long, many people were using this thing called Subversion to have revisions and kind of paper trails of sorts of anything that was related to code. And you could use this for your own code. You could use it for open source code. You could use it for a variety of ways. Doesn't mean that Subversion was perfect. It's just a lot of people were using it. Then along came Git. And if you've never heard of Git, you may want to check it out. It's kind of neat, especially if you're a developer. I guarantee you've heard of Git. But I just want to bring everybody up to speed if you had not heard of it. GitHub is pretty much the world's leading open source repository. So if you have an open source project, GitHub is pretty much the place where you want to host it. And I mean, it's similar to what you may have done in terms of version control for your programming. There's something that we wanted to do as we have released, or I guess kind of inspired various open source projects over the years. One of the things that we wanted to do is write a very quick, simple guide to get you started with GitHub. Move over to GitHub. If you have some open source projects you've been thinking about contributing to, or if you want to work on open source projects, this would be the place to be. And like I said, I throw ideas out there all the time, and people have developed based on my ideas. And I wish something did this. And they create software, and then they put it on a place like GitHub where anybody can download it, modify it, fork it, do whatever they wanted to do with it. And it's really, as far as version control systems go, it's easy. And I'm not going to say that everybody's using it. Certainly there are benefits and drawbacks to it. But Eddie Ringel is one of those who adopts these things really quickly, and probably one of the more skilled developers that I've ever had the opportunity to work with. If I come up with a shortcoming, he thinks about it for a minute and says, here's the solution. And instead of just keeping it to himself, he puts it on GitHub. That's nice, because then other people can take advantage of that. He just wrote a plugin for WordPress the other day. I think it's the multi-author payment processing or something like that, MAP, M-A-P-P for short, and he has it on GitHub. So if you have WordPress and you deal with multiple authors on that blog, you may consider using this new plugin that won't cost you anything, and it will make your life better, because instead of keeping it to himself, he's open sourced it. And if you wanted a good place to start, GitHub would be it. If you're looking for kind of a quick starting point for GitHub and why you might want to use GitHub over any other version control system, we've outlined it for you on this particular article on lockergnome.com. Yay! Although I still don't think people are able to see the live video feed perfectly. YouTube apparently is not working. They can watch it in the embeds, but nowhere else. And I don't know why. But we're rolling along either way. I'm everywhere at the same time. I'm omnipresent. You've heard it here first. If you need to get a hold of me, you know you can get a hold of me. My email address is chris@perillo.com. I'm available on Twitter, Google+, Facebook. You can get a hold of me. You have to try to avoid me online to avoid me effectively. I also have instant messaging handles. I'm not going to mention them right now because I don't need to be flooded with pointless messages, and some of you will send those to me if you ever find out how to get a hold of me over Instant Messenger. And just recently, I've started to use instant messaging on my iPhone because we use an application called Party Chat that's done in conjunction with our Google account that allows those of us who work for LockerGnome to communicate with one another. So that's an instant messaging, using Google Talk or Jabber as the foundation, we are able to connect with one another. And I'm just scrolling through the list of applications here, and I recently reorganized it. The question came up, what is the best IM client for your phone? We've been looking at different IM clients for the iPhone. I've found Nebo, Trillion, Verbs. My favorite wasn't even listed in the article, though, that we had written about the best IM for your iPhone. Of course, you may have a favorite IM client for your own phone if it's not the iPhone. It may be Android, it may be Windows Phone 7, whatever. I am very happy with BJive. BJive is, as far as I'm concerned, the most comprehensive, fastest, most configurable instant messaging clients that I have ever used. With accounts, I can go in there and I can add, AIM or MobileMe, Facebook IM, Google Talk, Jabber, MSN or Windows Live, MySpace, or Yahoo. There's a few of them missing, but I would say that most of my friends or instant messenger connections either have my direct mobile number, they have AOL, Facebook, or Google Talk. Very few of them use Yahoo Messenger or Windows Live anymore. Of course, Jabber's a great foundation. No one uses MySpace. But it's nice because the push notifications allow me a more granular control of how I get notified. I'm able to keep persistent connections and stay in touch, really, with anybody, anywhere. Ostatenshi. I'm trying to get this username right as I'm reading it from the live feed here. Otasatenshi says, pretty awesome question, I would say. Pigeon. Pigeon's another one of those. I know I've used it on the desktop. I didn't even realize they had one for iOS. But I never liked Pigeon on the desktop. It was a little too simple for me. And I recently switched on the desktop from Trillion back to Adium on Mac OS X. I love Trillion on Windows, but they have a little catching up to do on Mac OS X. Pigeon's a good one, and I think Miranda IM is based on Pigeon, and Miranda was one of my favorites on Windows. I never liked Diggs. I can't even say Diggs. I barf in my mouth a little every time I think about that. It's the ugliest desktop client for instant messaging is. Yes, I know you like it. The dogs love Diggs. Skype, another one there. ML's MC. The thing about Skype though is it doesn't really interoperate with universal messaging clients, and instead of having to go through 50 different instant messaging clients, I'd rather just manage all the accounts through one. That's my personal preference, and I know I'm not the only one. I'd rather just have one thing open than even two. Johnny Boy Live says, I use BJive on Android. Works great, too. There you go. It's not just about the iPhone. It's about just being mobile with your ability to stay connected. So if you have a favorite mobile phone instant messenger, what is it and why? Hopefully you enjoy the article. You can feel free to, if we missed your favorite client, feel free to add it to the list on the comments on the post. Are the dogs okay? Yeah. Yeah? What do you have?
Gifts for you.
Gifts for me?
You can't open it, you can just shake it.
I can't tell. How do you know this isn't for you? How do you know I didn't get it for you as a gift?
To Diana.
Yeah, but this may be from me to you.
Ah.
So I gotta open these.
Wouldn't it say to Chris though?
No, because I could have gotten it from your Amazon wish list.
Oh, so how do we know?
I'm going to have to open them.
No.
Well, if you open them and they're yours. I don't think they're mine.
How should we settle this?
We can't settle this because either way we're in trouble. We need a third party to look at what's in these boxes.
They should
Okay, I'm pretty sure what you are getting aren't those, so I don't think that's...
Okay. Let me see if mine say deliver.
Yeah, you should see if they're yours, because then one of us is going to either be surprised or get a sneak peek at their Christmas presents a few days early. It's Jams 3S says, live unboxing, or if you're unboxing, make sure to get some unboxing juice. Can you talk about which Mac is best for people? I'm at a loss, too many configurations. The best Mac is the one that you can afford. That's seriously. Gives you the options that you want. There is no best. I know, it's like peeing in everybody's Cheerios every time I say that. It's kind of sad. Let's see here. Do we have everything? Is that all? I think that's about all for the day, and we've got about 10 minutes left, and then I can probably flail out of here. The YouTube live feed wasn't cooperating at all, but let's see. I think we've got time for a couple of separate questions we can do off script, and be fine. Point them at the camera. We'll open them. Says Effin Dunn Studios.
And then they can scream Chris for Chris and Diana.
Yeah, but see, they won't know, right? But they don't know who was asking for what.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. We should debate on it. I don't know about that either. Any questions that you'd like to see me answer in a separate video, now would be the time to throw those out there. Again, the advantage of watching live is you may be able to dictate what content we share or talk about in general. Apple TV remapped with macOS 10 Lion. Any clue when Apple is going to update the hardware on the Mac Pro? No idea. Do you drink soda? Not really a lot of it. I'm not really a sugar ingester. Best Mac is Ubuntu. I think someone is confused. Ubuntu is Linux. Some of you, gosh, I don't know. I don't think you can even be trusted with Linux if you don't know the difference. Any idea what will be the great next technology? Smartphone, tablet, etc. Asks Jammers and iMovie blog. I really don't know. I haven't thought about it too much. I just wait until it happens. Do you know anything about the Siri-powered television that may release in 2012, 2013? I do not. That would be a rumor, and I tend to stay away from those. What's your favorite mobile device? Asks Adgath. I can't even read. My phone, because inevitably I always have it on me. When will you play Minecraft again? I have no idea. Have you followed the Tap Pose app from Kickstarter? Thoughts? I have not, Effin Dunn Studios. Are you a master debater? Asks the N64 player. No. I did Lincoln Douglas in high school, though. Can you please do a Lego-themed live event? Asks Lego Connection. I suppose it's possible. We've done it in the past. We did that for the Star Wars Advent calendar. What do you think about Android gift cards? Asks Bebo Outside 100. I think they are gift cards available for Android. Where do I upload the embarrassing photo to? That would be lockergnome.net. And then whoever has the most amount of upvotes will be the one who I guess is going to be getting an Acer computer based on the article that we've published on LockerGnome and Acer's little fun family photo site. What do you think about using iCloud? I think it's been good to me so far, asks Q8YCPE. Why are the monitors always turned off in the background? Asks Computer Life 22. Largely because it takes a lot of data, like I'm pushing a lot of bits down the pike, and the less changes that happen in the video, the less has to be uploaded. So the video comes out cleaner with the screens off when I'm doing live streaming, at least. When will you stop making videos like these? Asks Mitch and Garrett Films. Why? Do you want me to stop making videos like these? Is jailbreaking worth it? Asks Mattress007. If you want it to be, sure. What is the best gift for Christmas? The one that you want the most? These are really difficult questions to answer because there are a lot of them are just relative. It looks like Game Crew Gamers is asking me about Windows 8. I've already done videos on that. What are you drinking? I already talked about it. Any e-reader preference? Honestly, I think I just referenced this yesterday. And we're going to be uploading a series of e-reader related videos here, I think, next week or really soon. We talked about the Kindle family and the Nook family of e-readers. What do you think about mechanical keyboard? Asks Distrator E69. They're okay if you like them. I've stopped using them altogether. I'm happy actually with the Apple wireless keyboard. It's my favorite. Embarrassing photos on lockergnome.net. Oh no, Chris. Yeah, sorry, KevOC 2008. It's the only way that we could do upvoting for things. Otherwise, doing comments would have been a challenge and a half to do. I thought it'd be best to do lockergnome.net. Can you fund the robot I want to build? No, but you might try using Kickstarter. Will you be roasting a turkey live? Asks Idle Rocker Leet. No. I don't think we're doing a turkey this Christmas. I don't know what we're doing yet. I think we've decided donuts is going to be a Christmas tradition for us. The QR code statistics right now looks like we're still split. Half of you are on the iPhone, half of you are on the Android device. Although, like I said, the YouTube live broadcast problems have made it such that the usefulness of that is diminished. I'm going to take a couple more questions here, potentially. One of them maybe carved out as a separate video or not, depending on the value of the question, if it will stand well enough on its own, and then we'll finish up with the video. My name is Jason Chris. What would be your take on the best tablet in concerns cams? I'm not sure I understand the question. Explain why the Facebook post for the live video works there and not on the YouTube page, says Colin T12. Honestly, I have no idea. I can only tell YouTube that this is a problem. It's probably related to their new design rollout, and hopefully they'll be able to address it tomorrow or soon. Do you like netbooks? I just did the video on that like 2 days ago. Voodoo Donuts, never had them. What do you think about Pages on the MacBook Pro? I think it's a great word processing app. These are really simple questions to ask, or answer, I should say, and apparently to ask as well. Let's see here. One more question, because I think we're not getting anything that's going to work well as a separate video that we haven't already done before. When will Google Plus overthrow Facebook, in your opinion? I don't think it will overthrow Facebook because they're not really competitors. I did do a video on that, though. Should Apple enter the gaming industry against Sony and Xbox? I think I've talked about this before. They already have. Can I work for Locker Gnome? Asks Mitch and Garrett Films. Depends. Yes and no, maybe. There's no... I don't know. I'm not going to say yes or no because I have no idea what you do. I don't need a janitor. I don't need a burger flipper. I don't need someone to run and get me coffee. Should I get a Mac for video editing? No, Windows works just fine, or you can use Linux as well. Depends on what you want. Do you like Android devices? I'm still waiting for Ice Cream Sandwich, and then maybe I'll like the ones running Ice Cream Sandwich. Haven't seen it in person yet, so it's difficult to say, but Android has disappointed me to this point. Let's see here. I know I said I'd be wrapping up here in just a second. Bacon? That's not really a question. You have a burger flipper. Wicket doesn't count. He is a booger. That's what he is. Oh my gosh, the bacon maple bar, amazing. Yeah, the bacon chocolate is actually very, very tasty as well. I remember the bacon video I did a long time ago, chasing bacon things. Okay, I think it's enough questions for today. We've hit an hour, and we've had problems with the YouTube live stream, or at least some people had. So apparently, if this happens again during the live stream, you can't watch the live stream on YouTube, you can, or you should be able to watch it on Google Plus embed, Facebook embed, potentially even the embed on twitter.com as well. Thank you for liking this video as you were watching it live, and I'm sure the dislikes are related to not being able to watch it. Another question for you guys, if you can help troubleshoot this, are you watching or trying to watch the live YouTube video on my channel homepage, youtube.com/LockerGnome, or are you trying to watch it on the individual video page? Because for me, on the individual video page, it works just fine. Because the live videos have an individual page. So let me know which pages it worked on and which pages it didn't. Not just it didn't work. That does not help. I need more specifics if I'm forwarding on information. Please. My email address, chris@Pirillo.com. Where did the live video work for you? And which URL? And which specific URL, the address bar, where did it not work? Those are two very, very important things. You almost forgot live.Pirillo.com. No, I didn't. It's right there. It's always been there. The video page works, yes. I'm watching it on the individual video page. Individual video page works. Okay, so individual page works, but not the channel page? I need, like I said, need some more information from you guys before I tell YouTube that something's a little messed up. You always want to look at the individual video page, though. That is going to be the easiest way to watch the live video feed. And of course, we tease that out in the Locker Gnome newsletter, which I hope you're subscribed to. We've yet to give away that Sony Vaio laptop, which I've talked about before from being a subscriber in the month of December, and the digital video camera. Digital camera that also is able to record video from Sony. You now know about the new Acer laptop giveaway. I think it's a laptop, maybe a desktop computer. I'd have to clarify that, but we'll post the full write-up for that as an addendum to the blog post about how to make embarrassing holiday photos, and the details for that giveaway as well that I've recorded earlier in the live video recording, which will be a separate segment. Channel page works. Well, gee, I wonder why it wasn't working before. It just started working? Wow. Okay, guys, that's crazy. Your YouTube video is now playing, says Lisa M. Card. It's been playing for the last hour. So I wonder, yeah, it says starts at 3 p.m. PST. So it started an hour later? That is bizarre. They got some scheduling problems. I don't know what's up with YouTube there, but thank you for, if you just started watching this video, watching the video that we've just now broadcast on YouTube. Oh, the fun and follies of this stuff. Oh, and don't forget the Percolator app giveaway that we referenced in earlier in the live video feed. All you need to do is tweet that or share that link, go.tagjag.com/percolator. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Percolator. Percolator. Let me see here. Okay, I'll zoom. I'll get in a little closer so you can see how to spell it there. Percolator. Just like that. You can go back and you can pause the video. Percolator. And a few of you will get a redeem code for iOS to have that on your devices. All you need to do is share that link on Twitter somewhere. Go.tagjag.com/percolator. That's a fun little app. So I think, wow, that's kind of a lot. We're giving back to the community. Thank you. I got one minifig today, but it didn't say who it was from. I always appreciate it when you use my wish list to send me minifigs. It's fun for me. It's a nice way of saying thank you, by the way, other than just saying thank you. It's a permanent way of saying thank you. So we're going to wrap it up and wish that YouTube doesn't do this again tomorrow, screwing up whatever they did. And they're working on it. They are. I'll give them credit for that. And honestly, they're doing a great job for what we're paying, because we're not paying anything and they're allowing us to do this kind of stuff. Damn dual audio feed on the channel page. Whoa, okay, close one of your background tabs. Said this live event is about to start 5 minutes ago for me. Wow. Well, this live video was about live video troubleshooting, I guess. You know where to find me. Talked about it several times, and if not by now, I'll be shocked. We'll see you later.